Jadon Sancho returned to Manchester United after a relatively successful half-season with Dortmund. However, the English forward's future remains uncertain. After humbling himself to apologize to manager Ten Hag, things have gradually improved. Appearing with the team during the summer tour, Sancho showed some positive impacts on the overall play of the Red Devils. But that alone is not enough to secure a stable future for Sancho at Old Trafford. With interest from other clubs, the Red Devils are ready to sell the player they bought 3 years ago with high expectations. The likelihood of the forward born in 2000 staying or leaving is still unknown. But if he continues to stay at Old Trafford in the upcoming season, how Ten Hag utilizes his player remains a mystery. In the past season at Borussia Dortmund, Sancho had impressive performances despite playing only half a season. He managed to leave his mark with 4 goals and 3 assists in 16 matches. These numbers show that he still maintained his form and ability to make a difference. This further strengthens the belief that if used correctly, Sancho can make important contributions to Manchester United. Comparing Sancho's performances at Dortmund and Manchester United, it is clear that he played more confidently and effectively in a familiar and less pressured environment, for example. In the match against PSG in the Champions League, Sancho shone with skillful dribbling and accurate passes, helping Dortmund defeat the wealthy French team and advance to the final. In just the first 30 minutes, Sancho completed 7 successful dribbles, setting a record in the knockout stages this season. In total, he had 12 successful dribbles. Additionally, Sancho also possessed other impressive statistics, such as winning the most duels, creating the most chances, having the most touches in the opponent's box, and regaining possession the most time. His performance earned high praise from former player Rio Ferdinand on TNT Sports and quickly became a hot topic on Twitter. In contrast, at Manchester United, he often struggled to adapt to the team's play style and tactics. Sancho is known for his versatility in attacking positions from the right wing to the left wing. However, in the Red Devils shirt, the former Dortmund star has never fully shown his abilities. The past 2 seasons are prime examples. In his first season working with Erik Ten Hag, Sancho made a strong impression during the summer tour, especially in the 4-0 victory over Liverpool in Thailand. What followed was also promising, as Sancho himself scored in the win against the Reds. However, the English forward's form has been alarmingly declining. At one point, he had to go to the Netherlands to address mental issues. Similar things could happen again. Therefore, if Ten Hag decides to keep Sancho, he needs to consider more reasonable usage plans. Sancho's versatility will be an advantage for Ten Hag in special situations throughout the season. During this summer's friendly tour, the Dutch coach used Sancho as a center forward due to the inefficiency of other strikers and injury issues. With speed and technique and the ability to create unexpected plays, Sancho could be an ideal choice for this position, especially when Manchester United lacks a sharp finisher. For instance, in friendly matches against Liverpool and Real Betis, Sancho was pushed up to play as the highest striker. Sancho's wide movements and pulling defenders created many gaps for the team. However, his finishing ability is not yet convincing. In the 0-3 loss to Liverpool, Sancho missed an opportunity from Mason Mount's accurate pass, showing that he is not suitable to play as the main striker. The false 9 role requires players to move a lot, create space for teammates, and participate in attacking combinations from afar. Sancho, with his high technique and flexibility, could fit this role, but he needs to improve his finishing ability and effectiveness in final situations. Ten Hag's use of Sancho in this role in recent friendlies has shown both his strengths and weaknesses. And of course, any role needs time to reach maximum adaptation. Given the injuries with no return date of Anthony Martial and Rashford, it is highly likely that Sancho will continue to be used in this position in the upcoming Community Shield match against Man City. From now until the match, Ten Hag will have to teach his player a lot. When moved to the center of the attack, Ten Hag also confirmed this possibility when sharing with the press in the US. Yes, Sancho can play there, otherwise I wouldn't have used him in that position. That's what we should do in Rashford's absence. Sancho can play multiple positions, of course. He can play as a false 9. Another option is to use Sancho in the right or left wing position, where he can exploit his speed and dribbling ability to create chances for teammates. At Dortmund, Sancho proved to be one of the best wingers in Europe with technical dribbling and excellent assisting ability. If played in his preferred position, Sancho could maximize his potential and bring many benefits to Manchester United. According to experts, Sancho is still one of the most talented young players in the world and can bring much value to Manchester United if used correctly. Football expert Karen Devon once commented that Sancho has all the necessary qualities to become a star in the Premier League. The issue is that Manchester United needs to find a way to fully exploit his potential. However, the personnel situation on both wings of Man United has changed significantly, especially with young talents like Amad Diallo and Facundo Pellistri gradually becoming quality options. If he continues to perform disappointingly as in previous seasons, Sancho will clearly find it hard to compete with his younger teammates. The relationship between Sancho and Erik Ten Hag is also an important factor to consider. After conflicts and temporary departures, the two have had positive discussions, and Sancho has been reintegrated into the main squad. Not long ago, the Dutch strategist shared, "Jadon and we had an open conversation. Anyone can make mistakes. This club needs good players, and certainly, Jadon is a very good player. I hope good things will come and contribute to our success." This not only helped Sancho regain his spirit, but also gave him the opportunity to prove himself in the new season. Support from the coach and the leadership can be a great motivation for Sancho to demonstrate his value. Another important factor to consider is Sancho's transfer potential. Paris Saint-Germain is one of the clubs showing strong interest in Sancho, and a transfer could bring significant financial benefits to Manchester United. However, keeping Sancho could also be a strategic decision, especially if he continues to improve his form and make important contributions to the team. According to reports, Manchester United could demand a large transfer fee for Sancho, which could provide the club with additional resources to invest in other positions. Nonetheless, with his talent and potential, Sancho can still be an important part of Manchester United's long-term plans. Ultimately, the question of Jadon Sancho's future at Manchester United remains open. Whether he continues to stay and becomes an important player in Erik Ten Hag's lineup will depend on many factors, including his ability to adapt, support from the coaching staff, and the club's strategic decisions. For now, the most important thing is that Sancho needs to focus on improving his form and proving his value on the pitch. With talent and determination, he can overcome all difficulties and become a shining star of Manchester United in the future.